How to join yarn part 2. In this little video I'm going to show you how to join yarn that is made out of natural fiber. I did a Russian join on a 100% acrylic, which you cannot join this way. Natural fibers, except for linen and cotton, but if it's any kind of the wool blends, this is an awesome way to join yarn. And it's called the spit method for a reason, or the felting method. So what you do is you look at your plies. I'll just come up to the camera a little. And some yarns you're working with might have 2-ply, or 3-ply, or 4-ply. It doesn't matter. In this particular case, you can see that there are 3 plies to this yarn, so that's fine. If it's 2 plies, you would split it 2 and 2 on each side. If it's a 2-ply, it would be 1 and 1 on each side. In this case, I mean, you split it, so you got 2 plies on one side and 1 ply on the other side. So this is the working yarn of your scarf or whatever your garment is, and you're coming to the end of it. So you pull back, I've got about an inch or an inch and a half. All right, so you can see it separated there. And in this particular case, I am going to snip off the one strand. So the one strand now has been snipped off. So I go to the new ball of yarn, which is actually just a little thread, but I'm just demonstrating. Same thing, I split the yarn, or split the strands, pardon me, for again about the same length, an inch, inch and a half, like that. Now what I do is I cut off a strand as well, but in this case I cut off the single strand. So in this, on the alternate yarn, I will cut off the double strand. If you're working with an even number of strands, it doesn't matter because it'd be split evenly, 2 and 2. In this case it's an odd number, which is a good thing to show you. So I throw it out. Now this is where the spit method gets its name, because you're literally going to put the ends of the yarn in your mouth, which I won't demonstrate on camera. Or if you're shy of that, you can always have a glass of water and dip it into the end of water, which might be your preference, and that's fine. I always say it's made with love when it's made with spit. Make sure your hands are very clean. That's the other thing. Really wash your hands ahead of time, because if there's any dirt on your hands, it will felt into the join. So now you want to wet both of these little cut parts. So in my case, it's the spit method. And then you overlap the ends that you cut the little bits off of. You overlap so they're laying on top of each other, so that section has 3 strands again. And then it's felting, really. It's heat and water. So I just put one hand on top of another and I apply friction, and I just rub back and forth in that area until it gets hot. I can feel it heating up, and that causes the yarn to felt. Sometimes I work it there, sometimes I work it more at the palm. I work it until I can really feel the heat building up, and I can feel the heat building up, and then I know it's felting. And I'm just going over. Now you tell me where the join is. It's in there, but it's been felted together. It's strong. You cannot tell where the join is, and you can continue knitting on your merry way. Have fun.